I wrote the book and I did a companion CD set. We do wellness workshops, 30-minute workshops, and we have a collection of them available for you out at the book table. But one of the sessions that I did in there is how to lower your cholesterol naturally without drugs. There's another session in there, how to prevent cancer before it begins. Also, how to lose weight naturally without drastic dieting. How about that? And how to increase your energy by 100%. You know that most of you can increase your energy by 100%. Some of you more than that. So what is spectacular health? Spectacular health is amazing, vibrant, marvelous, wonderful, extraordinary, which means above the ordinary. So that's, you know what? It doesn't take, what I have found in life is it doesn't take much energy or effort to get this much effort gets you this much above the crowd. Yes? It doesn't take much to be a mediocre church. It doesn't take much to be a mediocre dental practice. It takes about 10% or 20% extra effort, and you're in the top 10%. You're in the cream of the crop every time. I don't care what profession or industry you look at. So God's will is very clear on how He wants us to prosper. Yes or no? Yes. He wants you to prosper on every level. Let's look at what He has to say in 3 John 2. I like the New Living Translation. It says, I pray that your body is as healthy as your soul is. That's good, isn't it? That's a little bit different wording than the traditional wording we're used to. God is a Trinity. He's a triune. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Yes? You're a triune too. Did you know that? Body, soul, and spirit. And we need to be in balance in that body, soul, and spirit. And I would imagine most of the people in this crowd have got their soul and their spirit pretty well together. But we're a little out of balance, many of us, in the body area. So they all work together like three strands on a cord. And every one of them interacts and affects and interworks with the other. Joel Osteen just last week or 2 weeks ago said that when your body isn't healthy, it affects your spirit. Now, I never really thought about it like that, but I know it can work the other way around, and certainly as I thought about it, he is absolutely right. The Word also says that we are to be well-balanced. Triune, in balance. We're to be well-balanced, be vigilant and cautious at all times, for that enemy of ours, the devil, roams around like a lion seeking someone to devour. Listen to this. We open the door to the enemy to allow him to steal our health when we're uneducated or we're undisciplined. We in fact, here's the cool part, we in fact can lock him out. We essentially put a force field around him when we are, because our bodies were designed to walk in divine health. The enemy can't touch it when we're strong and healthy. When we are walking in faith and we're making good choices in the natural about our health, we essentially put a force field around ourselves. You're looking at one of the healthiest people that you know. I've been living these principles for the last 34 years. And in that 34-year period of time, I've been sick 2 times bad enough that I needed a doctor's help. And one of those 2 times I was 17 years old. I've used prescription medicine 1 time in 34 years. Now that's pretty good. But I'll tell you what, you can be that healthy too. And some of you are. And most of you are going to be. Let's discuss the 8 keys to enjoying spectacular health. Now, there's certainly too many things that I can teach you in the remaining 10 or 15 minutes that I've got left. But let's hit an overview. You really need to get the book and listen to the CDs to get all of this. So if this piques your interest, make sure you help yourself to those resources. As I said, this is not that difficult. It's just not that. It's pure and simple. That's just the way I operate, and that's the way I teach people, because people learn easy when they're pure and simple. If it's too complicated, people won't do it. All right? 8 keys to enjoying spectacular health. The first one is a positive mental attitude. I've never met, and I've worked with many cancer patients, I've never met a cancer patient, a cancer survivor, that didn't have a great mental outlook on life. And the second key is good nutrition. Making better food choices and taking nutrition supplements is really important. You don't realize how blessed you are and what kind of an investment went into blessing you at your table today. These cookies are awesome. Nana's Cookies. We sell these in our practice. Dr. Bob and Deb turned us on to these. These are fruit juice sweetened. There's no refined sugar in these, and there's a whole bunch of different varieties. Well, Bob, now everybody's going to eat their cookie. Now listen, just because they're healthy, there's a lot of calories in that cookie, so eat half of it and eat half later, okay? The first chapter of the book that I wrote is called The 3 Worst Foods and Why You Shouldn't Eat Them. And nothing on that list is in that cookie, so enjoy yourself. Number 3. Number 3 is get adequate rest. You know, y'all are achievers. You guys are movers and shakers, and guess what? Most of you don't get enough sleep. The experts say we need between 7 and 8 hours of sleep. Many of you think you can get away with 5 to 6 hours of sleep. You're wrong. 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Get regular exercise. We could teach a whole session on any one of these topics. Get regular exercise. When you exercise, you strengthen your heart. Ladies, you strengthen your bones. You increase oxygenation to your tissues. You increase and maintain and improve your flexibility. There is just boundless. It improves your immunity. There are boundless reasons why you need to get more exercise. The next one is to avoid drugs whenever possible, and I don't want to spend any more time on that. But every drug has major effects. Don't let anybody kid you into calling them side effects. They have good effects and they have bad effects, and every one of them has some of each. So if you got to use them, you use them whenever you avoid them whenever you can, and use them for as short term as you can. And if you have to take them, you take the least amount to get the most benefit. That's a whole other discussion. The next one is to lose weight. Carrying 15 pounds of extra weight. Let's put this in perspective. Take a 5-pound sugar bag or a bag of flour. You try to carry 2 of those bags around with you under your arms for about 3 hours, and you'll be fed up. You'll be so exhausted from carrying those 2 5-pound bags around with you. If you're only 15 pounds overweight, and that's not a lot to look at a person, but 15 pounds significantly increases your likelihood of developing low energy, of developing disease in your body and sickness, and you not living and having the energy to do the things that God's called you to do. If you just stopped drinking soda, you would lose 15 pounds in 8 to 12 weeks. Just that one thing. The next one is to lower your stress. This is simple. Avoid stressful people and stressful situations. Pure and simple. Martha Stewart was on her show a couple of weeks ago, and she had a guest on, and she was asking the guest what she does to relax and to lower her stress. And the guest then turned the table on her and asked her, well, what do you do to relax? And she said, well, I like to go to the spa and have a massage and have a pedicure done. She said, but you know what I really like to